Part 2. Retraining the Brain. Before we dive in, let me remind you of something powerful. In Part 1, we revealed that chronic pain is not a physical malfunction, it's a miscommunication inside your brain's prediction system. And today, we're taking the next step. This episode is all about teaching your brain a new language, a language of safety, calm, and freedom from pain. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to reshape your neural pathways, rewrite old danger signals, and finally break the loop that keeps chronic pain alive. This isn't wishful thinking, it's neuroscience. Let's begin. Segment 1. The Science of Neuroplasticity. Let's start with one of the most exciting discoveries in modern neuroscience, neuroplasticity. That word might sound complex, but it's actually simple and incredibly hopeful. It means your brain is changeable. It can reprogram itself. Every thought, every emotion, every movement you repeat creates a pattern, a pathway inside your brain. It's like a trail through a forest. The more you walk that path, the clearer it becomes. Pain works the same way. If your brain keeps sending pain signals, that pathway gets reinforced. It becomes the default route. But here's the key. If you start sending new messages, new signals of safety, your brain can build new pathways that override the old ones. You're not stuck with the pain map you have. You can literally redraw it. That's neuroplasticity, and it's the foundation of every modern approach to retraining chronic pain. Segment 2. Pain as a prediction, not a reaction. Here's something wild. Scientists have discovered that your brain doesn't just react to pain, it predicts it. Imagine your brain as a supercomputer, constantly running a simulation of your body. When it senses potential danger, even emotional danger, it sometimes triggers pain before anything happens, just to keep you safe. For example, if you once hurt your back while lifting a box, your brain might predict pain every time you bend over again, even years later, because it remembers that moment as danger. The pain you feel isn't a reflection of what's happening now. It's a reflection of what your brain expects to happen. That means when you change your brain's expectation, you can change your pain. So instead of fighting your body, the goal is to teach your brain that you are no longer in danger. Segment 3. The power of reassurance and awareness. One of the most underestimated tools in healing is understanding. When people truly grasp that their pain isn't coming from a physical defect, but from a miscommunication, something clicks. The fear starts to dissolve, because pain feeds on fear, and fear fuels pain. So the moment you understand what's actually happening, your brain begins to calm. That's why knowledge therapy, journaling, and mindful awareness are so effective. Let me give you an example. A woman once came to a pain specialist after suffering migraines for 10 years. She'd tried everything: medication, diet changes, physical therapy. When she learned about the brain's role in chronic pain and began observing her thoughts instead of fearing them, her migraines started to fade. Because she stopped reinforcing the danger loop, she replaced "I'm broken" with "I'm safe." And that single shift began to rewrite her neural communication. Awareness breaks the loop. Segment 4. The body as a messenger. Now, I want you to imagine something for a moment. What if your pain isn't punishing you? What if it's protecting you? Think about it. Your body is constantly communicating, not just through sensations, but emotions, posture, even breath. Pain might simply be your body's way of saying, "I need your attention." Maybe it's emotional stress stored in your muscles. Maybe it's fear stuck in your nervous system. Or maybe it's your brain trying to get you to slow down, rest, and reconnect. So instead of fighting the pain, try listening to it. Ask yourself, what is my body trying to tell me right now? That single question opens a door to healing. Because when you stop resisting pain and start understanding it, your nervous system begins to relax and the intensity naturally decreases. Segment 5. Reprogramming safety through movement. Now, here's where the magic really happens. Movement. When you move without fear, you send your brain the most powerful message of all: I'm safe. Think about how most people with chronic pain move: cautiously, guarded, bracing for impact. Every time they wince or hesitate, their brain takes it as proof of danger. But when you move gently, confidently, even just a little bit, your brain starts to question that danger message. This is why gentle neural retraining programs often include things like visualization, light stretching, slow, mindful movement, breathing exercises. Because each of these actions tells your nervous system, see, we can move, nothing bad happened. And slowly, the brain begins to trust again. Segment 6. Emotional release and neural calm. We can't talk about pain without talking about emotions. Science shows that suppressed emotions like anger, grief, guilt, or anxiety can heighten neural sensitivity. It's not that emotions cause pain directly, but they amplify it. When your emotional brain is on high alert, your physical brain becomes hypersensitive too. That's why practices like journaling, breathwork, or guided somatic release can help. They quiet the emotional circuits that feed the pain loop. Sometimes healing doesn't start with stretching your body. It starts with softening your mind. Segment 7. Reprogramming safety through movement. Here's where the magic really happens. Movement. When you move without fear, you send your brain the most powerful message of all: I'm safe. Think about how most people with chronic pain move: cautiously, guarded, bracing for impact. Every time they wince or hesitate, their brain takes it as proof of danger. But when you move gently, confidently, even just a little bit, your brain starts to question that danger message. This is why gentle neural retraining programs often include things like visualization, light stretching, slow, mindful movement, breathing exercises. Because each of these actions tells your nervous system, see, we can move, nothing bad happened. And slowly, the brain begins to trust again. Segment 8. The rewired identity. Let's zoom out for a moment. Healing from chronic pain isn't just about reducing symptoms. It's about reclaiming your identity. Because pain changes how we see ourselves. It makes us feel fragile, limited, even powerless. But the truth is, you are not your pain. You're not defined by your diagnosis or your worst days. You're the same person who's still capable of joy, creativity, movement, and strength. Your brain just needs to remember that. When you start living again, doing small things you love, even imperfectly, you teach your nervous system that life is safe. That's when real healing begins. So, let's recap this part. We've learned that your brain can rewire itself through neuroplasticity. Pain is often a prediction, not a reaction. Knowledge and awareness calm the danger loop. Gentle movement rebuilds trust between your brain and body. Emotional regulation soothes the nervous system. In short, you're not fighting against your body. You're guiding it home. You're teaching it that safety, not danger, is the new normal. And in our next episode, we'll take this even further. We'll explore how to create a daily neural reset routine, a simple set of practices that help you reprogram your pain signals, rebuild calm, and regain control of your life. Because relief isn't a miracle. It's a method. You are not broken. You're simply ready to be rewired.